At the beginning, let me show you I have the smartphones. I have been using Honor Magic 3 Pro Plus for a long time now, and I love this smartphone for different reasons. This Oppo Find N is the newest smartphone that I have got. Yeah, nobody has provided me with any review units, so I had to buy all the smartphones. What's up everybody, welcome to another camera comparison video. Today I have this Honor Magic 3 Pro Plus and Oppo Find N. Well, you check carefully which smartphone has rendered my skin tone correctly, which smartphone has rendered colors correctly. Yeah, it's pretty obvious that Honor Magic 3 Pro Plus has done better. Outside it's minus 3.5 degrees Celsius, so I don't want to walk around outside. I really don't like winter, and in most of my camera comparison videos, I mean winter time camera comparison videos, you will listen to this like, yeah, I hate winter, I don't like winter, I really don't like cold weather. Anyway, you check these two smartphone selfie camera, which one has done better, and make a comment. Let me know what do you think about these two smartphone selfie cameras. Well, before we start the video, one request. I had to buy the smartphones. Nobody has ever provided me with any review units. So if you end up liking this video, I mean, at least appreciate my hard work with a like. Click on the like button, and if you like to watch more videos like this, then please subscribe to this channel. I can make one promise. Xiaomi 12 video, I mean the camera comparison video. I believe I will be the first one to premiere the camera comparison between Xiaomi 12 and iPhone 13 and Google Pixel 6. So if you're interested in that video, stay tuned, hang tight. And today it's time to enjoy a camera comparison between Honor Magic 3 Pro Plus and Oppo Find N. I really don't like Oppo Find N selfie camera. Anyway, let's start our camera comparison video. Let's start with the indoor video. These video clips were recorded in 4K 30 frames per second. I have marked a few places, and if you follow the markers, you will find the differences. But you need to know, white balance and color grading of these two smartphones changes based on whether you are recording videos or taking photos. Both have managed to process a lot of details, but Oppo Find N is no way a camera-centric smartphone, and it is an uphill battle for Find N to compete with Magic 3 Pro Plus. I will let you enjoy the video for 1 minute, and I will be back with indoor photos. I have mentioned this in many of my camera comparison videos. Almost all the smartphones struggles in different type of artificial lighting conditions. Let's start with indoor photos. Yes, I have taken all the photos in auto mode with auto HDR on, but I have disabled any type of AI optimization. Saturation and white balance is the biggest issue, and it creates the differences more visible. Honor Magic 3 Pro Plus keeps the tone cold, while Oppo goes for a slight warmer tone. Sometimes color grading on Honor Magic 3 Pro Plus is punchier than Oppo Find N, and most of the time it's eye-pleasing, while Oppo Find N has continuously tried to saturate the colors. Sometimes it's way too high, and sometimes its algorithm tries to compensate this by washing out the colors a bit, and that's actually even worse. In terms of details and textures, I wouldn't say this was an easy task to find the better one, because Oppo Find N sometimes got very good details, but its mediocre processing let it down. Most of the time, especially in harsh lighting conditions, shadow detail and texture processing is way better on Honor Magic 3 Pro Plus. Other than that, you may find a few differences between these two smartphones which are preferential, but whatever the condition is, Honor Magic 3 Pro Plus has rendered colors with natural tone. Look at these two photos. These photos actually shows the overall performance of the smartphones in indoor environment. Honor gets better exposure with balanced contrast, while Oppo either washed out everything with crazy synthetic processing or cranked up contrast ratio to make things darker than it is. Oppo Find N got a 2x telephoto lens, but Honor Magic 3 Pro Plus got a 3.5x telephoto lens. These photos were taken at 3.5 times zoom, and without any hesitation, Honor Magic 3 Pro Plus has managed to reproduce a sharper image with better color grading and more details. Let's move to 5 times zoom, and yeah, Oppo Find N is out of the game. Let's continue with 5 times zoom, and this time it's a daytime photo. It was a foggy day and truly Oppo Find N was really struggling to get its focus right. Let's get back to 2 times zoom. I should remind you that Honor Magic 3 Pro Plus doesn't have any 2 times telephoto, but it has done better than Oppo Find N, which got a proper 2x telephoto lens. When we have tried to take some 3.5 times zoom photos, Honor Magic 3 Pro Plus really has done magic. Exposure, colors, white balance and details. This is super flagship class performance. I have continued to take some daytime photos with both the ultra-wide and the main sensor of these smartphones. The results are totally different. Oppo Find N goes for social media ready vibrant images with saturation and extra bit of brightness. Exposure is not that correct. Sometimes too much synthetic processing makes the photos look totally different than real life. Beside this Oppo Find N, Honor Magic 3 Pro Plus is a total beast. It has everything correct, especially exposure and dynamic range is far better. In terms of details and textures, Honor Magic 3 Pro Plus is also way better. Both can record in 4K, and these video clips were recorded in 4K 30 frames per second. Both got OIS and have done very good to stabilize. If you don't do nitpicking, then stabilization is really very close. What makes Honor better is its better color rendition and wider dynamic range. Other than that, brightness, contrast, details and exposure, there is no aspect which is better on Oppo Find N. I will let you enjoy this video along with some nice music. Check carefully and make a comment. Which one do you think is better? Before we check night mode photos, I would like to go through some human subject photos. I think this is the most important segment of a camera comparison. Straight to the point, Honor Magic 3 Pro Plus has very good, almost true to life color grading, and on top of it, skin tone is close to reality. Samara was standing directly under a strong spotlight, and other than camera-centric flagships, it is difficult, very difficult to reproduce a very good photo. I'm really amazed by the performance of Honor Magic 3 Pro Plus. Oppo Find N has clearly failed to manage exposure, poor shadows, saturated colors, skin smoothing beauty effect and low details has made it obvious that it wasn't a good idea to compare these two smartphones. Let me crop in and you can see the differences. If you haven't noticed yet, then first check the hair of Samara and then check her clothing. Let me punch in a bit more, and now check the skin. Honor Magic 3 Pro Plus has managed to process textures with sharpness, and if you check her lips, certainly Honor has more details. With flawless exposure management along with better brightness and contrast ratio, Honor has done magic with Magic 3 Pro Plus. As we have already checked some human photos, let's check some portrait photos. Both can take 2 times zoom portrait photos, in other words 50mm portraits, but Honor uses its main sensor and digitally crops in the center. But Oppo Find N has a proper telephoto lens with a dedicated sensor for 2 times zoom or 50mm portrait photos. Oppo should win this segment, right? At least I thought that, and I was wrong. Oppo has continued to produce photos like a mid-range and Honor has continued to perform like a super flagship. Things are almost the same as human photos that we have just checked, but Oppo has added heavy skin fairness and skin smoothing beauty effect. Honor has also applied some beauty effect, but that's really pretty minimum. Edge detection is really very similar, both have very good edge detection, but Honor Magic 3 Pro Plus has more consistency than Oppo Find N. The line that separates the subject from the background is very smooth on both the smartphones, but sometimes you will notice crazy cutouts, especially with messy background. Bokeh effect is again very similar, but Honor Magic 3 Pro Plus applies a bit heavier bokeh effect than usual. Exposure, details, color rendition and shadows are almost the same as those human subject photos, and it is really whole lot better on Magic 3 Pro Plus than Oppo Find N. I have a unique method to check night mode photos. Most of my subscribers and regular viewers, they know about this DENS, details, noise, exposure and shadows. I have also tried to take some photos in usual photo mode, and surprisingly Oppo Find N has actually did better in auto mode under low light environment, while it failed to improvise in night mode. When there is enough ambient light, Honor Magic 3 Pro Plus has performed like a camera-centric super flagship, which actually it is, and Oppo Find N with crazy saturation and very warm color temperature has ruined the photos. Before we talk about DENS, let's check some other photos, both the main sensor and ultra-wide night mode photos. I have grabbed many photos and checked each photo several times to make sure this comparison represents the reality, and Honor Magic 3 Pro Plus continued to reproduce photos with better exposure and low noise. I must say, Honor Magic 3 Pro Plus performance has become way better than before. With all the updates, it has become a real camera beast. Most of the time, Honor has managed to render colors with soft natural tone, when Oppo Find N went for more eye-pleasing color rendition. Exposure management of Magic 3 Pro Plus has amazed me. On top of that, when I have done some pixel peeping, this one has way more details than any other flagships. Texture processing, shadows and noise removing algorithm, everything is better than Oppo Find N. I have tried to test zoom photos. These photos were taken at 5 times zoom. Honor has done better with a better 3.5 times telephoto lens. Oppo Find N has a 2 times telephoto lens, but beside Honor Magic 3 Pro Plus, it looks like a toy, feels like a joke, cause Honor Magic 3 Pro Plus comes with a better flagship class 64 megapixel sensor tagged to its periscope lens. Actually, Find N falls behind due to its poor sensor and even worse processing. I actually don't differentiate and describe selfie performance because based on personal preferences and requirements, different people goes for different type of photos. Like Samara, the model, she likes to take selfie photos with Oppo Find N cause it makes her look more beautiful. At least that is what she believes. Fair skin tone, skin smoothing beauty effect, eye and lips enhancement, vibrant color rendition. She doesn't care about details and exposure. I actually got surprised when I was checking the selfie portraits. Edge detection and edge cutouts of Oppo Find N is really very good. Yes, Honor has better exposure, dynamic range and details, but in terms of bokeh effect and separation between subject and background, Oppo Find N has fought toe-to-toe with Honor Magic 3 Pro Plus. As I like true-to-life color tone and more details with sharpness, I prefer Honor Magic 3 Pro Plus. But if you want social media ready selfie photos, then surely you can go with Oppo Find N. These video clips were recorded in 1080p. Cause nighttime or low light 4K video performance of Oppo Find N is almost incomparable to Honor Magic 3 Pro Plus. Even in 1080p, Honor Magic 3 Pro Plus is well ahead. It has more details, better exposure, steady stabilization, and most importantly, it has a very good mix of white balance and color grading. I don't want to waste more words cause the differences are clearly visible. Okay, it's time for verdict, and I think it was a bad idea to compare Honor Magic 3 Pro Plus, a camera-centric smartphone, with Oppo Find N. I actually don't know what part of Oppo Find N is better than any other smartphone in its class. Oppo Find N isn't a gaming smartphone, it isn't a camera smartphone, it isn't a proper foldable because many of the third-party applications doesn't support Oppo Find N's landscape mode. So I think that I have to wait for Honor Magic V. And then when I get Honor Magic V, I will do another camera comparison between Oppo Find N and Honor Magic V. Then we will see which one is better. Till then, stay safe, stay tuned.